Hello, everybody. It is me, Mandy. I'm here to give you a little bit of an energy update. We have moved through the solstice, we have moved through the full moon, but the energy remains to be a little bit twisty. So, if you've been finding yourself kind of being a little wound tightly, if you've been finding yourself having very not quite interrupted sleep, but very active sleep, like a lot of dreams. If you've been finding that you've been waking up often and then just completely awake, if you've been feeling like you're being squeezed a little bit and emotionally, like people are getting underneath your skin, this is part of what is going on right now at this end of June time. The beginning of the month was very soft and we kind of headed in gently. We were able to slowly peel back some of the emotional stuff we were trying to get rid of. But as we headed into the solstice and the change of the seasons, and then the full moon right after that, it really drew a lot, it magnetized a lot of that vibe right up into the front. I've been sitting with spirit quite a bit about this because I've been finding that I haven't been able to clear myself every evening the way that I usually do. So typically in the morning, I set intentions and ground myself. And in the evening, I'm spending time giving gratitude, but also asking to release the day. And what's been happening is that a lot of stuff has still been presented to me in the morning so that I'm having to do clearing work in the morning as well. And today I was frustrated. The frustration level has been turned up a little bit. So if you find yourself in that space too, know that when the volume gets turned up on the things that frustrate us, it's not so that we hyper focus on it and are drawn right into it and saying, what is it? 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 It is so that we can find the flip side of it. So if you find yourself in this situation as well, where your frustration level has gotten up, people getting under your skin, feeling a little bit more anxious or tight or angry, or even some sadness in there as well, or grief, some of these feelings amplified, here's something that you can do. Okay, so you can write down all of your feelings, like literally everything. List them on one side of a page. Just put down exactly what you're feeling. I'm feeling angry about this. I'm feeling sad about this. I'm feeling frustrated about this. I'm sick and tired of that. And once you get all of it out of your system, just take a moment and recenter yourself because you've released it. You've detached yourself a little bit. And then literally go to the other side and write down the exact opposite. And in the middle, you write and. I am angry about this and I am grateful about that. Okay. It's really difficult to do sometimes when you're in that space, when you're on this side of the page, where the frustration and the anger and the depression and the anxiety and the what the hell and isn't this enough and the what the fucks. Okay. It's okay to be in that space, but it's an opportunity to practice bringing out that other side, the and to hold yourself into it. What happens is if we get too much stuff kind of on this side of the scales, it really starts dragging us down and we have a harder time kind of coming up and out of that space or balancing it. Because ultimately, we are the ones that decide if a thought is positive or negative based on where we are putting our focus in our own minds and how we are interpreting our own emotions. So that frustration level getting turned up is not to punish you. You haven't done anything wrong. And Spirit reminded me personally very loudly, you've been down that hole before. How deep do you want to go this time? And friends, I don't want to go to the bottom of that hole anymore. I don't know about you, but I don't want to go all the way to the bottom. So it is time that we can kind of bring back some of our awareness and and empower ourselves into knowing that we do have tools that will shift us into that place. And the tools feel weird and clunky in the beginning when we're learning how to use them. But that is one of the simplest ways. List it, write the and write the other side and move into that whole space. Quite frankly, Spirit also asked me how much longer I was going to be a complete control freak, and said that this is usually the part that is most difficult for those of us that are living in a human body right now, is that we want to control everything. We want to know why things are happening. We want to know why that was taken away from us. We want to know why we're not there yet. We want to know why we're not feeling good. We want to know why that person said that. We want to know why we don't have the life that we want. We want to know why we feel so bad. And we have to stop. We have to stop being that control freak. We got to set it down. So that's the information I wanted to share with you today. There is an opportunity here to kind of not fall into and hyper focus on the challenges and the anger and the frustration and those feelings that are kind of squeezing you, like winding you up, not to fall all the way in, but to kind of get them down on paper, pull back a little bit, offset it with the and step back into the wholeness of who you are, because you are not just those things. And truly ask yourself how far down that rabbit hole you want to go, because friends, you've been there before and you don't need to go back. I'm wishing you the most glorious end of June, and I look forward to connecting again soon. Bye.